Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the DC show. My name's Corey, and this is going to be a quick review of the movie Argylle. So the wife and I went and checked this out this last weekend, and although it's not getting great reviews from people, my wife and I quite enjoyed it. It was definitely a lot of fun. I know that's not like necessarily everyone's criteria of whether or not a movie is worth going and seeing. But this is a movie directed by Matthew Vaughn. If you're familiar with his work, he directed things like Kick-Ass, The Kingsman, X-Men First Class. It's similar to some of his more recent movies. So like if you didn't really like The Kingsman 2, for example, or The Kingsman, you might not like this movie too much. I think the biggest problem with this movie for a lot of people is the marketing behind the movie. It was kind of marketed in their movie posters and such as a Henry Cavill, Dua Lipa movie, when in truth it's really a Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard movie. I wasn't surprised by that personally. I think they laid that out pretty clearly in the trailer. But if all you're going off of was like the images that were being marketed out there, or the movie poster and such, you'd think maybe you're going to go see a movie starring Henry Cavill and Dua Lipa and maybe even John Cena. But in truth, they're really just kind of sprinkled throughout the movie, mostly in the beginning. Kind of basis for the story. If you haven't seen the trailer, Bryce Dallas Howard is a writer, and turns out she writes about espionage and stuff, and spies and people are coming for her actually in real life because the stuff she's writing is seeming to be somewhat prophetic. It's coming true, the things she's writing. So they're trying to capture her to find out what to do next. And it kind of goes from there. There's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, which I think was one of its strengths. Some people think it was one of its weaknesses because it just kept drawing out. And it was quite a long movie. I think it was almost 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. And it did feel a little bit long at times. That's one thing I definitely would say could have been improved. It probably could have trimmed out, 15, 20 minutes of this movie, and it would have been probably a little bit better for it. But ultimately, if you're a Sam Rockwell fan, and definitely if you like Matthew Vaughn's later movies, I think you're going to really enjoy this movie. It's definitely a Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard heavy movie. But it is kind of an ensemble cast. Neither of those two really fully takes the lead. It's really kind of about both of them quite a bit. Again, you get some Henry Cavill and John Cena sprinkled throughout. Honestly, for me, a little bit more of Henry Cavill than I expected, because the kind of the way they lay it out is that is a fictional character that Bryce Dallas Howard's character is writing about. In truth, the real spy is Sam Rockwell's character. So anyways, if you want just a kind of a fun action movie, a decent amount of comedy, some good twists and turns, I personally recommend it. It is a bit long, and if you're not a fan of Matthew Vaughn's later movies, you might not like this one. It's not doing well, box office wise. It did have a fairly large budget, reported to be roughly like 200 million. Although I think Matthew Vaughn is claiming that's what he got Apple to pay for it, not necessarily what it cost to make. So who knows? But I don't think it's going to turn a profit if it really costs that much, unfortunately, because that's not even counting marketing. But anyways, guys, if you do like that kind of movie and you get a chance to go check it out in the theater, leave a comment down below letting us know how you felt about it. I guess also if you didn't like it, let us know down below. Thanks, guys, and have a marvelous day. Rude, honking at me and stuff. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the DC show. My name's Corey, and this is going to be a quick review of the movie Argylle. So, man, I'm going to do this all over because there's like this really loud truck out there. It was honking, and now it's like revving its engine out there. So loud, so loud, so loud. I'm going to wait for it to leave. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but man, it is noisy. How rude.